Alright guys, what is up? It is me, Fridge, and I am back with a sneak peek at the next League of Legends champion, Syndra. She's not out yet, but I'm on the PBE right now, so I do have her unlocked here for you. We're going to give you a look at what she does here. This is a bot game, because in the PBE it's really hard to get a new champion locked in, because everybody wants to try them before they come out. That being said, just doing a 3v3 bot game. Syndra is a mid laner, which is why I'm doing 3v3, so I can have the mid lane. I don't want to do a dual lane with her if possible. So I'm going to kind of go through her abilities here. Her playstyle is somewhat similar to Orianna. All of her abilities kind of flow well with one another based on her Q, which is Dark Sphere. It just drops out a Dark Sphere in that little circular area there, you see. Similar to Orianna's ball, except for it only stays for up to 6 seconds. And then it'll disappear. And all of her abilities, it says, can be manipulated by other abilities. So what that means is, if you use another ability, you can get other effects from the ball, basically. Like, here's an example. Her W, you can pick up one of the spheres, I should say, they're not a ball. That's my bad. Thinking too much Orianna there, but you can pick up your sphere and you can throw it at an enemy, basically within that circular area, and you can use that to pick up one of the dark spheres, or you can pick up an enemy minion, and what that'll do, it'll do a small AoE damage, and it'll also grant a slow based on what level it's at. And I like to max this one first, but I grab my Q first because all of her abilities are based off of her Q. The E is going to knock everything back in the area, including the dark spheres and all enemies. And if a dark sphere hits an enemy, it's going to stun them. It'll go through enemies, so you can stun multiple. And that's really good for both escaping and setting up good ganks, basically. One of the big differences in the ball and the dark sphere between Orianna and Syndra is, you can't really use the Dark Sphere as a ward like you can with Orianna's ball. You can throw it into the fog of war there, and it's not going to reveal that area at all. Plus, it's only there for 6 seconds. It won't be a very effective ward anyways. You could spam it, but I like to grab my W at level 2 here, and basically because that's going to offer a slow in case you get a level 2 gank. The stun would sound good. Here's her Q, by the way. That's just the Dark Sphere right there, and then you can pick it up. Oh, that was a minion. Oh, well, I picked up a minion. So there you go, you can pick up a minion. And then, yeah, that's basically it. You just throw it like that. And here, I'll show you on a Dark Sphere here. So there's the Dark Sphere you pick up, and then you just throw it. Except for I missed because I'm bad at video games. And if you combine that Q with the E, that's what it does. It'll just, everything that it hits in the area, it'll stun. It's kind of a knockback and stun combo if it hits, which is really helpful for multiple things, especially if you're trying to set up ganks or get away. That bitch. Alright, well, that wasn't really, didn't really want to force her out of lane yet. But he's going to try and show you a combo of moves here, but she decided to not be a fun bot and go back. So basically, farm is not all that hard with her if you get the hang of the timing. It's just like any other champion. You just got to get the hang of it a little bit. It's not all that hard actually, but once you get to like level 6, it's pretty easy to farm with your abilities if you know. Wow, that hit me. So just, well, I'm bad at that W. I'm bad at video games, guys. I'm sorry. So yeah, it's really just combining all of your abilities into kind of one motion in order to get kills. That's the best way of doing it. And more than anything, at low levels, you're not going to do enough damage to necessarily get kills right away. But once you get up to higher levels, you can nuke someone pretty hard. Once you get like items bought and stuff. Like here, I'll do that. Grab the ball, throw it a slow, knock it back, stun her if she didn't have her spell shield up, and she would have been dead if she didn't have a spell shield. There's just farming with her abilities a little bit here.
Let them try to stop me.
Use a health pot because I'm awesome like that. And really, the beginning of the game is basically going to be what you make it, because you can either come out and play really aggressive with her, or you can come out and just farm and then get aggressive later. But with Syndra, you're definitely going to want to play aggressive at a certain extent, or at a certain point, I should say. Because she is going to be extremely hard to not die to. Basically, she's just going to nuke really hard. Oops, I missed the ball because I'm bad. Alright, so now I unlocked her ultimate, and obviously I'm not anywhere near killing her, but I'll show you what it does. Basically she's going to take all the balls around her that are floating, you see, and it's just going to, or orbs, whatever you want to call them. And it's just going to throw them at a target. And that's it right there. And they'll all drop there. You can combine that and throw out the stun too. They'll all fly back. Obviously, she wasn't near me for it, so. Oh well. I'll just go back and buy here. I like to get, with her, she's kind of an ability spammer, so I like to get something for mana first. So I go with, I work towards Catalyst to protect her early on. And I end up building it into a Rod of Ages. Just because that mana spam is helpful. I'm going to buy a couple mana pots so I can just spam a little more too. Obviously, like I said, this is just a bot game to kind of show you what she does. But I mean, if this was a real game, then I'd be buying wards and all that crap. Yeah, always buy wards, especially as a mid laner, because you're gonna get ganked from either side then. Small tip if you didn't know. But here we'll just throw together a couple of her abilities here. And I wasn't in range for an ignite. That mother effer. You can see you can have more than one ball out at a time here. And you can knock them both back, except for the one expiry as I did that. And here I'll kill her right now, because I'm awesome. Her ult is extremely powerful, and once you get some of your, I wanted to knock all the balls back because it was going to be awesome. And I like to level up my Q second, just because it does damage. The stun is nice to have, but you don't need it as badly early on. It's really going to be helpful when it gets to the late game team fights and stuff, and you can throw it on a sphere and knock it back into their whole team, you know. But early on, it's just kind of for a gank every here and there, which means you don't need it up every like 7 seconds. So it's a 17-second cooldown. You're not going to get a gank every 10 seconds or anything like that. I mean, you might get, and even if he stays there and you try to re-gank, you have your slow. You can just do this, slowed, like that, easy as that. She's going to be really powerful once people learn how to use her. They say she's going to have a really high skill cap, but I don't know. I mean, she seems not all that difficult to get the hang of. I've enjoyed playing Orianna quite a bit though, so maybe that helps. You're bad. Get off me, because I don't want to die. I'm starting to be stupid because I'm playing against bots, so...
Let them try to stop me.
Yeah, she does extremely high amounts of damage in mid to late game. She's really, really hard to keep up with, I guess. Once you get her W leveled up, she can just kill the back wave in one throw. So just pick up a minion and throw it at the back wave. Yeah, it's unfair, basically. So she might come off as being a little bit overpowered. Then again, it could just be because people don't really know how to play her yet. I've been playing her better than other people in the PBE. But who knows? Yeah, they gave Morgana a new look. If you see it, you can look down here in the mini map. They gave her a new, not new look, they gave her a new picture, I guess. It's the word I'm looking for. So that'll be coming up too. They're doing a couple of those actually. I can't remember all the characters they're doing it for though. And this is the Syndra skin, by the way. It's not what she's more of a purple color in regular. So I totally just retarded mode there. See, I just kind of cleared that whole back wave there pretty much with that throw. Not quite high enough. But you can see that her farming is going to be pretty easy once you get to, you know, past your ulti pretty much. And I don't really see her being useful outside of mid lane. So, I mean, like unlike Orianna, she can be used as a support, you know, but Syndra is not going to have that capability. She has a slow and a stun, but it's not necessarily a hard skill shot, but it's a skill shot that takes a little bit of time to get used to, more than anything, I should say. I guess is the way of saying it. But I mean, it just takes a little time, basically, is what I'm getting at. Sorry, I'm kind of focusing a little bit on the game, because Wraith clearing is pretty easy with her. You just freaking throw a minion at them. And they're pretty much all dead then, but... just kind of spamming stuff right now. You can see why I like to grab Catalyst to protect her, because I still have half my mana and I've just kind of been spamming. And I like to spam the mana pots as well. Get back here, woman. Obviously I could have maybe chased that, but I wouldn't have done it against humans, so I'm not going to do it here. And now I'm going to just go back and keep working towards my Catalyst. I'll buy a rod. Or wand, I mean, sorry. The doy derped. Alright, but I got a blasting wand now. And you can see her abilities. This her Dark Sphere is basically half of her magic damage is added to. So it deals 140 plus 44 magic damage, and I have 89 ability power, so it's roughly half that it adds. Her Force of Will, the W, it does 240, and this one's at level 5, and it does plus 62, so it's 3/4 about. And it has a 45% slow once it's leveled all the way up, which is really helpful. And then her E, Scatter the Weak, it does an additional 37, so it's roughly a third. So it's really nice, especially for her W, to get her ability power up, to get that rod early on, so you can get that extra ability power. Morgana bot bad at hitting snares. Eek! Leave me alone. Oh man, Right as I say it, she hits one.
I am in control.
Yeah, I ain't gonna let that fly. That's not gonna fly, Morgana. That shit ain't gonna fly. Get off of me, stinking turret. I just want to kill people. Get rid of you for that.
Your team has destroyed a turret. More. I can be so much more.
So yeah, you can kind of see her abilities kind of similar to Oriana. They tie into one another.
My potential is limitless.
In a similar way. I'm sorry, I kind of didn't finish my statement there because I was thinking. They kind of tie in to each other in a similar way to the way that Oriana's kind of tie in with one another, but they're very much different. So I guess what I'm trying to say is her play style is somewhat similar, but her abilities are completely different.
Let them try to stop me.
And obviously I'd be getting like blue buff and stuff. I should have bought boots, but I don't really care because it's a bot game. I would have bought speed 2 boots earlier, but it's a bot game, so I don't really care. I already got him after the wand. Wow, this is nice job, Shyvana bot. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm slow. Now I'm kind of wishing I got those speed 2 boots.
This power is mine to command.
Get back here. Yep, now I'm kind of wishing I got those speed 2 boots. So there's why you buy speed 2 boots. Gets you
This
kills.
is what I live for.
And not deaths. So I'm going to take a couple more minions so I can go back and buy those. Alright, so now I'll have enough when I go back. Well, in 4 seconds. So, I like to get the sorcerer shoes on her, as with most mid laners. There are a couple I don't get them on, but most of them, sorcerer shoes is the way to go. That's in Bot. So smart, so strong.
I am in control.
Hey, get out of my lane. Get out of my lane. Both of you, get out of my lane. Yes, please, for the love of God, follow the Shyvana's flame trail.
Such power.
Alright, well, since this Master Yi bot doesn't seem to like me, let's just kill this Shyvana bot. Oh man, that was supposed to stun her. Alright, fine, let's kill the Morgana bot. Snare, snare, snare. Yeah, you see you can hit all 3 of them back, and I'm surprised that bot even knew how to use her ult. I'm bad at video games, you can see. That's her B. I guess I'll quick just kind of show you her her emotes and stuff.
See absolute control.
So that's that.
Immense power is fun. You should try
Have a
it
taunt. Her dance. And yeah, that's basically what Syndra is for. Kind of her abilities and such. So just kind of a quick sneak peek. I'm gonna end the game here, and if you like the video, feel free to comment or hit that like button or whatever. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll probably release a new video here if I can get her locked in a player versus player game. so I can show you how she kind of plays against other people. But that might not be for a few days, maybe a week, depending on when I'm able to get it locked in. But yeah, like I said, thanks for watching.